Yeah, it's a good fish.
Nice fish. I've spent most of my life fishing and on boats. Fishing with the old man and my brother was kind of the way that we would hang out together. It's just a great way to time out. I'm a professional videographer and I've been making marine content for over a decade. When I first started doing this, one of my first clients was a small sort of boutique startup company that made a bunch of unusual looking aluminium boats. Company was Innovision. Started up by Simon Minocchio. Their most sort of standout feature was a plumb bow, and they were really one of the only boats with a plumb bow at that stage. And the plumb bow and the distinctive lines of the boat, you can see an Innovision coming miles away. I knew quite early on that if I ever got the opportunity to own a boat, it was going to be an Innovision. Here it is. This is a Innovision IV555 Active. It's an absolute purpose-built inshore fishing weapon. Pretty much, specifically for soft baiting and lure fishing, which is all we do now. We haven't used bait for a long, long time. It's not like every other boat, and that's one of the things that I really love about it. We had a bit of a limit. Whatever we bought had to fit down my driveway. It's a narrow driveway, so 5.5 meters was about the limit that I had to work with. What I love about this rig is just how much you get in such a compact boat. It's a lot of boat for a smaller footprint. You can just walk around, being a walk around, you can just fish everywhere. You've got 360-degree access to the water. So it's not only amazing for casting and fishing from, especially if there's more than one of you on board, but when you're actually playing a fish, you can work it all the way around the boat, and it's brilliant for that, especially if you're in shallow water, which this boat is kind of built for.
See, yep. Kingy.
And there's even more space because we opted to put on the big chunky transom cages, and they just make a massive difference. You can fish so easily off the back of the boat and work right around the outside of the outboard. It just gives you 2 more places to hang out and fish from. And this is where the plumb bow is really an absolute game changer, because on a 5.5 meter boat, normally you lose the first front meter because the bow rakes back. But with the Innovision and the bow just dropping straight down, and from the bow it comes out quite round, instead of losing that whole front meter, you actually gain that with a full standing area where you can comfortably sit and stand and fish from. You got the anchor well, you got rod holders there as well, but you can stand up comfortably in that space that just doesn't even exist in a sort of conventional boat. Its performance on the water for a small boat is amazing because it's a very beamy boat, so that width, and it's got sealed side chambers as well, so not only is it virtually unsinkable, it just gives you a massive stability that you can have 2 or 3 people on board moving about the boat, and you never think about weight distribution. There's no tipping over or having 3 guys on one side with a wave coming. You just don't even notice it. It's so stable. I don't know why more New Zealand boat owners don't go for a walk around or a centre console. It's the type of boat that we're not going out in crazy seas fishing. It's inshore fishing. We can go out in that sort of weather, but mostly you don't. So it's a really dry boat, even when you're underway, even when you're doing 20 to 30 knots. There's a seat up front. We just don't get wet. You tuck in behind your little windscreen there and fire away out to the spot. And then the beauty is that once you get there, the amount of fishing space that you've got compared to a normal boat is literally double. You know, where you usually have a cabin, that's all usable fishing space straight away. So suddenly you're on a 5.5 meter boat that feels like you're fishing off a 7 meter boat when you actually get to where you're going. After a couple of months of using the boat, we found that storing rods and rod holders around the sides of the boat got in the way a little bit of us wanting to move around and fish around the boat. So we decided we wanted a custom-made little sort of rocket launcher to put the rods in the middle, where you can cast and fish around the boat and they just don't get in the way. So we talked to Innovision and talked to Simon, and it was just a week later they just whipped this together, this little prefab rod holder rocket launcher thing there, and it was on, and so easy, and it's brilliant. There's a ton of rod storage space anyway, with custom-made rod holders all built into the side gunnels. You can tuck away your rods out of the way there, but we prefer the rocket launcher for easy access to our gear and to quickly swap out gear. When it came time to fit the outboard to this boat, there was only ever going to be one choice for us. Yamaha. I've spent so much time with so many customers that own Yamahas that absolutely love them. They are undisputed for their reliability, performance, backup, service. It's just, there was never any question. The only decision we had to make was how big do we go? We went big. The 150 is a great engine, and it's quite a big donkey on this little lightweight boat. So we hike along pretty comfortably anywhere at 30 plus knots with the sea conditions allowing. And we've topped out at 42. It's just such a great engine. It's so easy to use. The CL5 gauge is just so user-friendly. At a glance, you've got everything you want right there. We just love it. And another thing that I really love after the fishing's all done and you're back home is the silent flush feature, where you just throw your garden hose into the side of the engine and flush it out. Don't have to start the engine, don't have to run the engine. It flushes it out. 10 to 15 minutes of running fresh water through it, job done. Another option we had fitting the engine was to go for DES, which is digital electronic steering, and it was that or hydraulics, and I am so glad that we went digital electronic steering version. It means you have an electric motor basically built into the outboard that does the steering duties, and the control from the steering wheel is just electronic, so it is just silky smooth. You can turn the wheel with one finger, lock to lock, and you can set the tension how you like it, but that has made a huge difference to the ease of just driving the boat. And the other feature that the DES gives you is the option to have heading hold or autopilot. If you're trolling, you can just hold a direction, or if you just want to get from A to B and hit the button and relax a bit and focus on other things, it's a great feature. It wouldn't be a proper inshore fishing boat without a trolling motor on it, so we've put on the new Simrad Recon. If you're fishing and you're trying to be very stealthy in 5 meters of water, the Recon allows you to just smoothly move around as if you're in a kayak or just a silent vessel. You can pop it over and just silently maneuver around without putting the fish down. It's a brilliant little tool to have up there, very easy to deploy, very easy to use. It's one of those things that once you've had one, it's hard to do without. We've also gone with Simrad for all the electronics. We like a nice big 16-inch screen, and a real game changer for us was installing the CMAP Reveal chip, which gives you a scanned view of the bottom. It's like sticking your head under the water. You can see every rock and crevice and detail on the bottom. So it's perfect for just being able to pick exactly where you want to drift and seeing where you're drifting, and then repositioning yourself just to make sure you're drifting right over the correct side of the rocks, or you can see where bait or fish might be holding. You can just see stuff that's not even there on conventional charts. The boat has got some really great storage options on it. We've got a tackle locker at the back. We've got dry storage for our life jackets and any other gear. There's storage under the driver's seat. There's built-in chili bin under that. There's a huge space in our little underfloor cabin there. You can slide dive gear or camera gear, whatever you like under there. It's a big space, and you can also access it by lifting the front seats and getting in from the front. So brilliant access, brilliant storage, and the front seats just give you another place to sit and hang out. Ultimately, you want a boat that rides well, and so many boats claim that they ride well. A lot of the customers that buy Innovisions do it after they've been on one. So if you're thinking about an Innovision, I would suggest go to one of the demo days or get on one at the boat show, on-water boat show, things like that. You will see that the proof is in the pudding when you actually get on one and see how they handle. Yeah, could not be happier with this boat.